Hi Aries, happy November. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I laid out the cards already, guys. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to say this too. We're coming into some pretty powerful energy. I don't think I even need to tell you that, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you choose to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising, I really think that'll benefit you, but if not, it's entirely up to you, okay? All right. The overall energy is the King of Swords, okay? Our very militant person, but this is an energy. It's an energy of knowing how to do something and knowing how to strategically get it done. He's also someone too, the energy of this is that don't overlook any little step. Even if you think it's little and insignificant, it plays a part here. Okay, this is the energy of being diligent, okay, of really the militant, black, white, no gray, okay? That's the energy of that, okay? And do it in an ethical way. No, I don't need to say that, but I'm putting that out there, okay? And again, you could be on both ends, either end of this reading. Okay, all right. How you show up here is the Justice card with the Eight of Cups, okay? That's how you walk into November, okay? The Justice card, at its core, it's a karmic card, but it's a card about truth, justice, fairness for all involved, okay? It's about a strong foundation, you know, how you live your life, a life of truth, okay? And it's also a card that reminds you that, you know, judge as you're judged, you know, so be diligent, be conscious of that is where I'm going. What crosses you is the Eight of Cups, and that's really where we've got to pay more attention, okay? That's not being fulfilled emotionally, okay? It's emotionally detaching from something, okay? And it's sitting right here with the Justice card. So let's go through this and then we'll go back. There's a lot of, there's only one Queen card in here, okay? But it's on your home front, so I'm thrilled. Your day-to-day there. That, of all places, that's a good place to have, you know, where you're grounded, okay? Because there's a lot of swords and wands in here. The feel that I get from this is a very heavy legal issue or a very imbalanced, dysfunctional home front. Something on that regard where there's no, it's my way or the highway kind of feel. It's what I'm getting from that. But I think this may be more, we'll go through it, okay? In the near past, which is going to wash over this reading, you've got the Eight of Wands, okay? That's, you know, things are still up in the air, but you're going to start to get a lot of communication, a lot of emails, texting, whatever was held up verbally, and I think this was something in the legal front that may have been held up due to something. You're going to start, or you're starting to see, the beginning of November, communication becoming a lot more, you know, rapid fire, so to speak, in that. Something frees up. It could, you know, whatever it is, we'll go through it again, but it's you know, a lot coming at you at one time. It's communication coming at you. It's a lot at one time to absorb, okay? Where you're anchored here is the Five of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Five of Swords. Okay, that's a tough energy too. And it's a 5 card, which means it needs to be addressed how you're looking at whatever the situation is. Okay. Okay. Where you're, the crowning is the 10 of Wands. Okay. And that honestly is what I'm feeling from this reading. It's just that, you know, there's no way that you can continue to go on this way. It's just too much. It's just too much. Okay. And that's right where you're at. That's how you're feeling in here. Okay. The near future, what's coming up is the Knight of Cups. Okay. This is, to me, if it is a person, okay, it's a water sign person somewhere in their chart, but don't drop anchor there, okay? Or it's an emotional situation, okay? It could be a friend or someone too helping you out here. Or it could be part of this. This may be a relationship or something that's you know, in the court system or something like that. Okay. Where you go here, the bridge over the next, through November here. I'm going to say this goes into December as well, though. Okay, is the Queen of Cups. She's our kill 'em with kindness queen, right? Archetype. She could be a person. It's someone who's very, very caring, okay? I think that energy in here is going to be needed because I think there's a lot of force coming at you. So whatever it is that you're having to deal with, and again, remember, the Eight of Cups is about emotion and not being fulfilled, okay? There's a lot of cups in here too, and swords. Keep in mind that wands and cups weaken each other, okay? So we've got to look at the placement of where those are. I'll put clarifiers on this too. Okay, your home, your day-to-day, you've got the Nine of Coins, okay? I'm thrilled to see this there. That means you're content, okay? You're in a good place right now. This is a card of financial security. You may have retired, you may have come into some money somehow, you may have inherited something. It may be a settlement in a court issue here, okay? There's no pages, so I'm going to say either way, you're content where you are, okay? Keep in mind, nines are the winding down of something, okay? It's not the 10 yet, but it's the winding down. It's reassessing where this really stands, right? And where to go next. Ironically, your hopes and fears, you've got the Emperor. Again, strong foundations, solid discipline, self-discipline, self-control. Again, though, it can be a very, very strong energy, okay? This is an Aries card, okay? Okay. Your outcome, you've got the Four of Swords, okay? That is a card of being tired, okay? It's also a card of taking a step back, a ceasefire, so to speak, right? It's just a time, you may not be feeling well, too, okay? Okay. If it is a health issue, again, not a health expert, I don't think it's anything major. I think, though, that with exhaustion, we come into a lot of health issues here, okay? And there's a lot of firepower here. What I think is going on, and I'm going to pull clarifiers, is you've got, the Justice card, the King of Swords, the Ten of Wands, you've got the Emperor. And then here you show up, what's crossed with you is you're just not emotionally fulfilled, okay? This may be a relationship that just is not emotionally fulfilling. A lot of times keep in mind the Knight of Cups, he's on the move. This is not someone who's going to really, they can also be very fanciful. You may have gotten into something that it just ended up not being as fulfilling as you thought it was, okay? Because you're right next to each other. The Eight of Cups is you. You're crossing the Justice here because you're not happy, okay? And then he stands right next to you, and you're not even looking at each other. He's looking away towards, the Emperor here. I think that something may just not be balanced. Something may not be fulfilling. There's an air of dysfunction around here where things just were not balanced. Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave it at a court case, or I don't think this is a work arena. I really think it does have something to do with legal. the King of Swords, he often shows up as something in the court system. You've got the Justice card and the Emperor. That's heavy artillery for it not to be something in the courts, okay? And you're exhausted, clearly. You've got 2 cards of exhaustion. You're crowning with this, the 10 of Wands, and your outcome card is the 4 of Swords. It's, even if you've taken a step back, you've had no other choice but to do that because you're just exhausted. And these are 2 cards, too, of just not feeling well. That's why I'm saying there's an air in here of just exhaustion, and that leads to other things, okay? Okay. On the home front, though, you're grounded. Something's winding down. So if this is a court case, it's coming to an end, okay? It washes right across the board, okay? These are your cards across the board, okay? It's going to come really quick. This is not gonna be long and drawn out. That's the good thing, though, about having this many swords and wands. The timing. It's not something that gets held up. It's something that has a lot of change in it, but it keeps going. There's no hiccups here. Okay. I'm gonna just give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull clarifiers here. I don't. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay. The clarifiers that I pulled for the Justice card and the 8 of Cups here, how you come in and what's crossing you. I've got the King of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the Death card are your clarifiers. I'm going to say with this many court cards here, I would say there's reconciliation here. It's not an actual divorce or a court case, but you've got the transformation card here, and you've got too many legal figures in here to not be at the end of something, end of a legal thing. So this isn't something that just started. It's something that's in the mix here. Okay. Now the 2 of Cups too. Okay, with the Death card, it's just not a relationship that's going to run the gamut. There was clearly something just clearly didn't work out. You've got the King of Cups here too. Okay, that's, again, it's about emotional stability. He could be a counselor. He could be your mentor, a friend helping you through this. Okay, he shows up sometimes as something like that. This could also just be someone, who's a sounding board for you, because it's coming up in near a partnership here. This could be a relationship too with an age difference here, because you've got the Knight of Cups here and you've got the Queen of Cups here. This is what you're coming into, and this is what's going to show up in the very near future. If this is a relationship, it's one with a significant age difference, and that could be what it was here. It just didn't end up balancing out how it should. It was just, maybe one was too domineering. It was just not. I'm not quite sure, but with the, yeah, I'm going to say that it's definitely a divorce case. It could also be, someone could have gotten ill and passed away. It could be that's what all this legal is about here. It could be something like that too. Whatever it is, it involves the courts. Okay. Surrounding the Five of Wands here where you're anchored, your clarifiers are the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Again, I'm going to say there's a lot of this is a lot. This is a lot of, I don't want to say vindictive, but it's a lot of powerful energy here. You've got the Five of Wands, all right? That's, you know, it's, you know, people coming against you, things coming against you, things just not working out. You've got the Eight of Wands, and you've got the Nine of Wands, and they're clarifiers for the Five of Swords. Okay, that's Nine of Wands. It's the 11th hour. Like I said, this is not something new. This is going to come through really fast here. Okay, and keep in mind, in the near past, you've got the Eight of Wands. Okay, so this is something here currently that's not not pleasant. Okay. I'm going to say stick to your boundaries, okay? You may need to actually, you know what? Sometimes you just got to get in it. You know, there's just no other way around it. There's no way to candy coat something. Sometimes you just need to get in it and just deal with it. And I think that's what's happening here. I think you may have tried to be nice and cordial at one point, but it's just not serving you well. Okay? That's what this lineup can absolutely mean. You know, and again, fives need reassessments. You may have tried to come into this, you know, being more, you know, being fair and being open, but it's biting you in the butt. So you're just gonna take this energy now, right? And considering we've got this, I think you're just done with the politeness. Okay. All right. Hang on one second. I just want to see what this Ten of Wands here is. It's a relationship that's too much. It's just too much responsibility. It's too much. It's too unbalanced. Because your clarifiers for this, which is where your crown is, look at your clarifiers. You've got the Knight of Cups. He's exactly where you're going. This is what's too much. It's a relationship that's just too much. You've got the Knight of Cups. You've got the Two of Coins, which is about change, right? Trying to keep your feet on the ground while change is going on around you. Okay. And the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this isn't pleasant, whatever it is, but the good news is it's at the tail end. Okay. Let me pull an energy card around this. Just hang on one second, guys. You know what? I want to see what this Four of Swords is on the outbound too. I don't know if that's affecting your health or what, but I will tell you that this is a very imbalanced. You've got someone being very, very nice, and you've got someone being, you know, coming at you with both barrels. Okay. Okay, we've got another five. We've got a lot of fives through here, so things need to be reassessed, and I think that's what happens. You just decided that being nice and, you know, trying to take the high road just wasn't going to serve you well. Okay, because for the outbound here, you've got the Four of Swords. Okay. Clarifiers are the Ace of Coins. I'm thrilled. Okay, this is financial gain, new beginnings, abundance. Okay. Health and well-being, wealth and well-being. So if you were sick, that's where I was trying to go with this. If you were not feeling well, if you clearly are exhausted, it's going to pass, okay? You've got the Five of Swords and you've got the Ten of Cups. So happiness is restored on the home front, okay? Meaning you can breathe again. There's some order here. This is ended, okay? Because keep in mind, where you're anchored here is the Five of Swords, like I said, right? And this is what shows up here. around your home. The niceties are over. You've just decided that sometimes you've just got to, you know, meet people where they're at, and sadly, it's not always pretty, right? Okay, there you go. Financial abundance is coming your way, health and well-being. This is all going to clear through, and you may not see it yet, but it was a very, it was a good thing to do. It was a, shouldn't say that. It needed to be done. Okay, it was just not going to get better. All right, let's see. I want to pull an energy card just to see. Okay, anxiety, and rightfully so. I can't even try to put a positive spin on here, except that it's going away. It's blowing out the door, okay? You can't see it, but there is a storm out there, but it is moving away, okay? And look at the numbers, 1 and 8, that's 9, okay? It's the end. It's the end. It's the winding down part of it, okay? All right. Okay, Aries, I hope that I've helped you. If you need further clarity on this, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to elaborate or do a personal reading for you, and I'll be back again for the mid-months, okay? Thank you so much.